Hi, August again, and we are reacting to song number 4 of 26 in 26. This one is called Loud, and straight out of the bat, I'm going to give you a fact about it. This song was written on the 19th of October 2015. So almost 10 and a half years ago. And well, I wrote this song 3 days after, getting with my now wife for the first time. Not like that, but that is important for a major production decision that was made for this song while I was recording the demo before taking it to the studio. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start listening to the song, and you'll understand pretty soon why I wanted to tell you how long ago the song was written. So without further ado, this is Loud by August 12. We hope you enjoy it, but right now, let's listen to it with me. I will pause it every once in a while. You know how reacts work. So let's have some fun. Yes, I stopped at the intro because, as I said, this song was written 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. Now, for 10 years, this guitar didn't exist, this guitar part at the intro. In my head, there was always the bass and drums, yes. However, for 10 years, I played this song in the piano. And I loved it. I absolutely loved the song with the intro in the piano. I actually played the piano through the whole song because that's just what I always did. My wife knew the song like that. I actually played this song for a few friends over the years. And, well, things happen when you produce a song. And this is what happened. So I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to show you. I have it, the demo. By the way, this doesn't sound very pretty. It's a very lo-fi demo. It's something, I just do it in my computer with basically no mixing whatsoever, just to have something to take to the studio so that me and Daniel can then have a faster recording session, right? But this is Loud, piano only. So you get the piano, drum and bass. And that's the first thing I did. I recorded the piano, then the drums, then the voice, I added the bass. And because it's a rock song, and of course they were going to have guitars, I was always going to have guitars in the song, in the chorus. But I thought to myself, okay, what if I try to add something in the first verse, just, some background noise, real low, just a little ambience, a detail, just to make people like, every once in a while someone will listen to a song and find a little sound beneath the higher priority sounds and instruments that just hooks people. I like that, and I like trying to do that in music. So I picked my guitar up and I looked for a sound, I looked for a tone, a guitar tone, and I found the tone that ended up in the actual song. And when finding that tone of guitar, I was like, ooh, this is cool, this sounds cool, I want this. It's spacey, it's a whole vibe, but I'm not gonna strum it. It sounds okay strumming it, but if I actually pick the chords, if I pick each chord in a cool little pattern, maybe there's something there. And that's where the actual intro of the song came from. But while recording the demo, I already had the piano, the bass, and the drums. So, like, my idea was to have this guitar, at the back of the song. And while recording it, I couldn't really hear it because of the piano being so high and no EQ, no mixing. So, frequencies were all over each other, and I couldn't really hear the guitar. It sounded something like this: the piano and the guitar. Well, actually here I had already raised the gain on the guitar, but you get the gist of it. To actually hear the guitar when I was doing the demo, I muted the piano because I wanted to, record the guitar properly in the beat, on the beat, whatever. I wanted to record the guitar properly, on time. And so I muted the piano and I pressed record, drum and bass kicks in, and there I am with the guitar. Dun dun dun, and I record the whole intro. I stop, and for 2 minutes I just stare at the screen thinking, holy shit, does this song not need a piano? And here's the demo without the piano. So, even in this very non-mixed, well-produced version of it, there's such a huge difference between the piano version, the piano with the guitar, and the version without the piano. And that irked me so much, because again, for 10 years I was married to the idea of this song having a piano. And suddenly, I listened to it a couple of times and I was adamant that I did not want the piano anywhere near the song. That guitar sounds incredible. I want that to be the instrument, at least in the intro of the song. And so I exported both versions, no piano, piano and guitar, so all three versions, and the version without the piano. And that's usually what I do. I do the demos, I export them, and then I play them in the car with my wife. And I played the song for her with the piano only. And she knows the song, she likes the song, she listened to it. I played just the intro and the first verse. I stopped. Wow, why did you stop? That's nice. The song is turning out really, really well. Then I was like, okay, but listen to this other version. I added a guitar. And so that's the version with the piano and the guitar. I played it, same thing, intro, first verse. I like the guitar, but I don't know. I think it's good, but the piano and the guitar, yeah, I know. Listen to this once. And I played her the version without the piano. And she just instantly was like, oh, this is it. This is so much cooler. This is so much more rock and roll, in her words. And I was like, I know, but like, why? I was so pissed. I'm still kind of pissed. I love this song. I love the guitar part, but for a decade, I thought of recording this song with a piano And again, this is just the kind of stuff that happens when you're actually making music and not just typing a prompt and letting AI do the work for you. This is what happens. Music is a magical thing. And sometimes you're married to an idea for 10 years, and once you actually try to make it, you just find something else that just elevates the song. And that's what happened in the demo, and that's why the song starts with that guitar. And actually, when I went to the studio with Daniel, I played him the piano version and everything. He had the exact same reaction as my wife, and he loved the guitar so much that we didn't even record it at the studio. We just took what I had recorded here at home, and he just mixed it a little bit better and threw it on the final version of the song. So what you hear in the song is the guitar that I actually recorded right here at home with a free VST plugin, the demo version of Guitar Rig 7. I found a sound, I messed with it a little bit, I found that tone, and that is what is in the song. Something I did right here at home, my computer, and we just everyone who listened to it beforehand, we all just fell in love with it and discarded the piano completely. So that's why knowing the song was written 10 years ago was important. And yeah, I'm still kind of pissed off about it. I might do an acoustic version of this with the piano just for the heck of it. So I really want to play the song on the piano, goddammit. But it's out there now without the piano, and it's a lot better. Hopefully you enjoy it without the piano. It's the only version you're gonna get. But yeah, let's listen to the rest of it now, with the added knowledge that I wrote the song 3 days into dating my now wife. So the lyrics, the overall theme is gonna maybe make a little bit more sense with that information beforehand. This is the second React video that I react before listening to the song. I really need to better understand how to do React videos, don't I? Let's just listen to the song. Now let's skip I'm not gonna skip the intro, let's do the whole thing again. Yeah, making a song relating the feeling of falling in love obsessively with addiction, I think is quite telling of a 20-year-old, doing just that. 21-year-old. Damn. 21 to 22. 22 years old. Oh, this might not make the edit. I love the theme of the song. I like how I wrote the addiction part of it relating to the obsessive nature of, you know, a growing, a newborn relationship like that. You feel like ecstasy or a pill of adrenaline. I haven't even done any drugs like that ever, but movies and shit, I don't know. It felt like the right things to say. I'm not being sarcastic. I have no experience with hard drugs. Soft ones, maybe one of them.
It's a fat sandwich. I know, right?
But hard drugs, never. But the depiction is that your senses get all, messed up. Sounds get, different. So that's what I was kind of going for. I don't know, it was over 10 years ago that I wrote this thing. But that's what makes sense in my brain of brains, which doesn't say much, but that's what I'm going with. So let's hear the rest of it. Because, yeah, where was I? Right there. Oh, I missed.
Lost control, you took it from my hands. I had no choice, it was so fast. Just one kiss, and I was gone for good. One taste of you, now I can't stop. Yeah, you feel like ecstasy, intoxicating my mind. You're a pill of adrenaline. My heart is racing, everything is so. I can hear your heartbeat. I can hear you running through my veins. I can hear your heartbeat. I can hear you running through my veins. I can hear your heartbeat. I can hear you running through my veins. I can hear your heartbeat. I can hear you running through my veins.
Piano! There's a piano in the song. Like I said, I really wanted a piano in the song. So we added that at that moment to tie everything together. It was really cool. Again, producing songs, we like adding stuff that just maybe can catch some people off guard, just to add different elements in certain parts of the song, and this piano was it right there. I was headbanging a lot, but that was the whole point of this song. When I recorded it and when I made the demo, I really wanted a headbanging song. In my mind, 10 years ago, and for 10 years, having the song in the piano turning into a guitar hard rock, headbanging song, I always thought of something Linkin Park-ish, but I didn't do that phase because it's bad to be Linkin Park-ish. No, I love Linkin Park. I just don't think, it's worthy of Linkin Park. I mean, Linkin Park. But I always thought of something Linkin Park-ish, thinking of like what I've done. I love that song. So lots of headbanging. That's the core purpose of the song. Not the lyrics, the composition, the arrangement. And now, again, reacting to the thing before it happens. Another thing I really wanted was a song, has a 20-something, 22-year-old with dreams of being a musician. I wanted something that crowds could chant along. That's usually oh-oh-ohs, ah-ah-ahs, and stuff like that. So I added 30 seconds of that and this one. And that's what we're about to hear. But it's kind of cool. It's easy to sing along if you don't know the words. And I wanted something kind of like that, and that's what this next part is. So let's hear it. That drum fill. I love that drum fill. Anyways, that's the song. And those were the O's. So if ever I perform somewhere and you watching this video are there at the concert, please do the O's. During the song, before the song, after the song. It will really make me happy. Thank you. But that's it. I don't think I have anything further to add. The lyrics are they're not exactly literal, but they're easy enough to understand. And you have the context, it was a young guy falling in love with this new girl and having these feelings, and as we all do. And now it's a song that's out there for everyone to listen to after over 10 years. 10 years and a couple of months after writing it. And it's now available everywhere, and I do mean everywhere. So if you like it, share it, save it, spread it like wildfire, and have fun with it. And as always, we hope you enjoyed the music. Thanks for listening either way.